everybody. Welcome to your new favorite podcast. This is Liquid Rooster.
It's been a while.
I am Osiris Nunez, joined, of course, with Albert Rosales.
Hello there.
And this is episode 6, I believe. But
Or
who's keeping
five.
count? 5?
Is it
No,
5 or 6?
I think it's 6. Well, episode 1 was Daring Gap.
Yeah.
Episode 2 was the one that we did it was the first one we recorded live, right? And it was the one where we talked about the guy in blue and stuff like that, I believe.
The colloidal silver
Episode
guy.
3 was the one with your dad.
Yeah.
Episode 4 was the Star Wars one. Episode 5 was the last one, the video game one.
Yeah.
And that leaves us to 6.
Okay.
6 episodes.
6 episodes. Speaking of video games, I wanted to talk about Starfield.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Over the past few days, actually this past Sunday, there was the Xbox showcase, followed by the Starfield showcase, and
Right.
it was about an hour long. You saw it,
Right.
and dude, I don't know, man. They showed so much footage. They gave you an hour of what looked like cooked video game footage, like ready to go.
Right.
I mean, in my opinion, it looked beautiful.
And
Every aspect of it, and so many components to the game, like the ship building. You have a first-person shooter in there. You have
right. You could do the whole game in first person or third person. Right?
You could, yeah.
Or the shooting is automatically first person.
I think the shooting. Actually, I don't know.
Probably
I don't know. That's a
superior either
detail.
way.
That's a
Right.
detail that. Yeah. But there's also really good third-person shooter, engines. But this is all, I mean, there's just so much to it. There's also ship battles in space. There's, you
Right.
1,000 planets to discover, and which is mind-boggling. I mean, how much can you actually do on each planet? Maybe there's only, resources, iron,
Right,
stuff like
right.
that to pick up small missions. But there's also, when you get to those planets, you can build an outpost. So not just a first-person shooter, an adventure, an RPG where you have
Like a brothel?
skill tree.
Like a space brothel?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's a module for that, but yeah, maybe.
And like a
But-
space saloon?
Very excited for it.
Space saloon?
You know how much the collector's edition costs? You know how much it is? Did you get to that part?
No. Oh, that was at the end of the...
$300.
What?
$300.
Does it come with a spaceship?
So
Does it come
no,
with an Xbox?
But I'll tell you exactly. It's the price of a console, which, by the way, they're releasing an Xbox Series S with 1 terabyte.
Use promo code Liquid Rooster at checkout.
and you'll get dick. And so it's gonna have a 1 terabyte for $349.
Okay.
So this Starfield collector's edition.
Nintendo Switch with for $349 has 32 gigabytes, baby.
Yeah. Dude, the collector's edition comes with a smartwatch, the smartwatch that you're going to be using in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of like the menu that you go into.
But that could be an app. That could be a smartwatch.
It could
app.
be, yeah, sure. But it's, it's an Android based.
That's all right, but that's the right.
But it's exactly.
Right.
So it's the equivalent of that. But it looks sexy. I don't know, man. You're getting a watch. You're getting the game. I think the code for
Can
the
we see
game.
this watch?
Yeah. Let me see here. Collector's edition. So there's already
Constellation
This is a
edition.
resell for $450.
How does that person have it?
Yeah, they pre-ordered it.
Oh, look at the watch. It's cool.
Yeah.
There's like a Samsung.
It's a big
an Android.
watch. Because you can pair it with any phone. So, yeah.
That's cool. But does it have like its own GUI from the
I mean,
game?
it has its own little startup screen. I don't know how unique, as far as the software goes. I don't know.
That's cool. Is it like a
You
briefcase?
get a little constellation pack. Yeah, that's the other thing. So you get a case. So apparently the game developers worked, so they say 20 years, and they worked in partnership with NASA to find actual, Goldilocks planets that they can replicate for the game.
Oh, okay.
And with NASA would tell them what kind of environment that a certain planet can expect to have
Right.
based on the star system and all that stuff. So some of that stuff
the
is-
number one type of planet in our galaxy, I guess,
Right.
is a cat eye planet.
a cat eye planet.
Yeah. And the feature of it is that because it's kind of like tidally locked to its sun,
Uh-huh.
so it doesn't rotate. So it has one side is exposed with
So
the
the
radiation
sun,
of the heat
yeah,
of the sun,
and the other
and the
side.
other side is just pitch darkness, and it has like this effect that it looks like a cat eye
Oh,
because
right
it's
down
like
the middle.
right.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the most common type of planet, which and we presume that it's not hospitable for
The
life.
most common type of planet is one that doesn't spin on its own axis.
Is one where it's tidally locked, right?
With
And it does that
with the
cat
star.
eye effect.
Wow,
Um,
learn something new every day.
right, or at least rocky planets.
Right.
Probably the most abundant are gas planets, but
Yeah.
and we presume that that they're not good for
For life, for sustaining life. Oh, probably different kind of different.
But you know,
types
what
of
do we
life.
know?
Right. Much better. Yeah.
What do we know?
Wow. What'd you do there, bro? Magic fingers.
Magic fingers, baby. That was my nickname in college.
Yeah. Dude, so you get a constellation, but also the case. The case looks like a I don't know, briefcase about that big, about the size of a 14-inch laptop, right?
Right.
And it looks like a case that you would take on a Challenger mission or into space or something.
Right,
And see, you
right.
see the theme. I mean, which we could show it, but it has, the Starfield the patch in the middle of the case, and it's white. It's sexy.
It is.
You get a steelbook display case and a digital game download. Now, I think the digital game download, whatever the currency is in the game.
Oh, you get some cash in the game.
No, whatever the currency is in the game, you get the coin with that currency name on it. So it's like you get a coin of that currency and then the digital download. This is a rumor.
I see.
This is a rumor that I read this week. So that sounds pretty cool. That would be I hope it's not just a little paper, even though I'll take it.
Oh yeah. But this is on track for what release date?
For November. I mean September 6th. They didn't announce a delay or anything. I mean, it looked ready to go, bro. It looked good.
You're gonna get the digital.
Yeah.
Digital download.
Well, here's the thing.
Switch your time to New Zealand.
So the game is slated to launch September 6th, right? On Game Pass. So I have Game Pass. I don't have to pay for the game. I just download it using Game Pass, and I'll have it, included in my Game Pass subscription. Now, if I want to play the game starting September 1st, 5 days earlier, I'll buy the game.
How could you do that?
You go in the store and you hit buy, and you own the title. It's not at
it comes out September 6th on the Game Pass
at any moment.
Oh, I see.
They can remove it from Game Pass. They probably won't for years,
So you could technically buy it September 1st.
September 1st.
Or get it for
if you pre-order. If you pre-order, you get early access September 1st.
Oh, I see.
September 1st is considered early access for pre-orders.
You're going to do that?
I think, now's as good a time as any, I guess.
We should run a poll?
Yeah.
Liquid Rooster poll?
What do you guys think? You guys think we
Call
should
in.
Stream? Yeah.
Call in.
Call in on the phone number we don't have as soon as you can and vote. We need your help. This is the big help from
the
years
big
ago.
help.
The big help from
remember
Nickelodeon.
that?
To see if we
How many hours did you pledge for the big help?
Dude, thousands.
And how many hours did you fulfill? Did you deliver?
None.
I remember.
I always thought about it.
I was like,
I would always go outside and.
I
pick up
take
some
out the
leaves.
garbage. That helps.
Yeah, but I would count that like an attorney, bro. 2 hours.
Absolutely.
To take out the hours, I would log that.
Absolutely.
2 hours. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should do a day one stream, live stream of Starfield? That would be cool. So
make sure to comment. Make sure to subscribe.
It's probably
make sure
gonna
to like.
happen. So do all that. Do all that and
rate,
one
review,
person
comment,
says yes, I'm gonna come.
Mikusa.
We should do an episode on that.
We should. We really should.
On the Star Wars. But
it's a good idea.
But yeah, man, Starfield. Which brings us to the next most Starfield-like subject on the list.
Star Wars Outlaws.
No, that's
Speaking
of
Outlaws,
that also looks cool. Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. Which brings us to Trump getting arrested in Miami. What's unclear to me, at least, and I'm sure we can find this out in a second, is whether he went to Versailles before or after. After, right?
After.
He had a croqueta and
some coffee, and he got sung happy birthday.
You got sung happy birthday.
Yesterday I went to a place around right by Versailles for lunch.
Yeah.
And there was this old Cuban doctor there.
Okay.
With a Trump
Just so you guys know, a Cuban doctor in Miami is you're a Republican.
Oh, right.
So,
no doubt. So this guy was on brand with a a red MAGA hat, but
Right.
like not the classic "Make America Great Again."
Yeah.
It was more garish. Like it had Trump and it had like a flag.
It was custom.
Yeah, it looked custom, but
Right.
it was
Right.
2020. It was a 2020 flag,
Mm.
and Trump signed it. So I saw Trump's signature. It was
Wow.
on the bottom of the bill.
That's money.
Right.
But yeah, yeah. He also, you told me actually that he said that he mentioned that he was going to pay for everybody there, and apparently
Big surprise. He did not.
he wrote out
Right.
and didn't. But I think that's a big buy. I mean, I don't expect the guy to
It could be two things.
to bust out his wallet and take out whatever it is. Oh, how much is it signed and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, you would think he has people for that.
Right. It
And
could
that
be
guy has to be okay. Let me do
Right,
this because
Yeah,
Or-
it could have been totally set up. Like, I mean, like arranged. You talk to the manager, or say, hey, everybody that was here, I'm gonna pay for their bill,
right. And this could be between the manager and the
and his people. But the thing is that it could be one of two things. It could be that he just said it, fucking around,
right.
and then somebody just took it and reported it, or more likely, he said it fucking around. Or
You know what's also likely is that the family that owns Versailles wouldn't charge him a dime.
Oh, right. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
because
but him and all politicians,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah. they don't really.
I mean, let me tell you,
Hmm.
they say that you could play the lotto
Yeah,
to make it rich.
right.
But-
Or
The best kept secret is just become a politician, just become
Oh,
a
see.
congressman.
see, what is that?
It's nuts.
What is
It's
that?
not- It's
No,
because
but
you're
it's-
at the
it's funny. It's
at the
funny, but
levers
at
of
the same
power.
time, yeah, exactly. You're the one. You're at the levers of power. You know information, i.e., insider trading.
Right.
Information months in advance sometimes before it happens. You know exactly who it's going to benefit.
Exactly.
And then guess what? Did you know? Okay, so you know that politicians have to report their financial moves when they make an investment and all that
Yes.
stuff, and they report
Yes.
it. Guess what the penalty is if they don't report it?
Peanuts.
A fine anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
Yep. Yeah, I think there was a congressman that a lot of bullshit happened. Millions of dollars
Yeah.
were earned by him,
Didn't re-
through insider trading.
Right.
Didn't report it. $500 fine.
Incredible. He didn't even get the full 1,000, bro.
We get the full 1,000.
Mitch McConnell, I think we read, is worth like
150 million.
150 million. Barack
Right.
Obama's 130 million.
Don't forget
Nancy Pelosi.
about the elephant in the room, Nancy Pelosi.
Well, her husband.
Or her husband is
He's the
most-
true genius.
he is the most successful trader
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad he
He's
got caught
beat
with
the
that,
S&P 500
with that sneaky link.
by like 200 something percent.
Yeah. Yeah. No. He has a better record than. I mean, name the investor.
Right.
Yeah, Gordon Gekko. No.
Yeah, that's who you want.
No, that's a fundamental flaw in the lobbies. The money.
Right.
Take the money out of it,
Right.
and you'll see how.
Give me the
things-
money,
it's
Lebowski.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
We
only
always
reason
joke
these
about
people are even doing it.
We always joke about
for
how
the money.
when there's a construction project announced in Miami, how the budget is, $100 million, let's say, for
Right.
An opera house or
Right.
whatever. Which actually, the budget for the opera house when it was built back in the day was $150 million.
Wow.
It cost $300 million to make at the end of the day, to build and to all that. So you have to grease so many.
Building it is
palms.
probably 50 million.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the things
yeah,
are
yeah.
inflated too, and
Sure.
it's a whole corrupt.
Sure. It's just so many. I mean, there's so much money, and maybe not directly, but the family members. I mean, something has to be done because before they look out for the good of of the people that they're supposed to be looking out for, they're going to look out for themselves.
Right.
Because that's the system. That's the facility of the system that they operate in.
Right. There's a couple of things that should be done. I mean, for one, like we need to have more districts. We need to have more Congress people.
Right.
As believe it or not, we need to have more of these motherfuckers because
Right.
Eh,
What would that accomplish?
right now one representative represents about 700,000 people.
I think it's too much.
I think it's untenable. Like it's
Yeah.
not realistic. I think
Right.
if you scale it back where one representative represents 50,000 people,
Right.
there you have a situation where more it's easier to get you're going to have more representatives, you're going to have more diverse representatives
Right.
plus a more diversity of issues and causes, So that's one thing. The other thing is, just taking money out of politics. You know,
Yeah.
eliminating
Across the board,
eliminating
the,
private donations for it. And you make it you're a civil servant. That's what you are. Like this is not.
It's disgusting because it's so obvious to follow the money, and you see who benefited. When you see who benefited, and you see the laws that they made, and you see the way that everything. I mean, it's so obvious.
Right.
It's
exactly.
so that you can't even hide it.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's a fundamental flaw in the system. It really is.
It is, and I'm just confirming here that we are still recording.
Yeah, good.
Very good.
Yeah, we don't want to lose video.
Right. Not again.
All right, good.
Not again.
Remember that? Oh my god, that was probably the best episode. So go.
That was
and
the
watch
Star
it,
Wars one, right?
and then come back and watch this one
Yeah.
because by the time we're done with this one would have been the best episode.
Absolutely.
Man.
Oh,
So
calls are the phone line is on fire with phone calls.
Yeah.
People wanting to
Sorry, guys.
wanting to chime in on the
All right.
stream situation.
Okay.
So just so you know.
All right. We got this on Do Not Resuscitate.
Oh, okay.
Is that fine?
Okay, so we had noise reduction on.
Okay.
I think it's better now, right? Or
Is it?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, call in,
Yeah.
ladies and
Call
gentlemen.
in. Let us know if it's better. If it's not, we won't get the call.
Right. But we'll know for next
If it is,
time.
we won't get the call.
I am hearing like a bit of an echo. Are you?
Yeah, maybe it's the headset.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out, right? Because I mean, this is the voice of God. Stop touching yourself.
Mikuso.
So that's
That's echo.
that's digital echo.
That's echo.
Right.
That's
But I think it might just be the voices in my head too. I don't know.
Yeah, there's also that.
There's also that. There's always that
Yeah.
possibility.
You know what I'm not drinking in this?
Let me guess. You are not drinking America's #1 beer?
Well, I'm not. But I'm also not drinking Bud Light. But
Bud Light.
Not because I buy into the whole thing.
Right.
I just never drank Bud Light before to begin with.
It's
I mean, if it was there, I would drink it, whatever.
sure.
But
Sure.
I'm to report on it, dude. For the first time in I don't know exactly the year, but more than 25 years, the #1 beer in America has gone to someone other than an Anheuser-Busch beer, and that is
Miller. Miller Light.
no, it's Modelo, dude.
Modelo.
Modelo Raza. Yes.
So wait a minute. Modelo is but I mean
Mexican
Modelo.
beer, #1 beer
That's
in the
Crown,
United States.
Right, so they own. That's the same. Cerveceria Modelo. They make Dos Equis and Corona as well, right?
Oh, they do? Okay, yeah, probably. Probably, yeah. I don't doubt it. All those beer companies make more than one beer. Nobody just makes one beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, not Bud Light.
But that's huge. I mean,
if you don't buy Bud Light, but you buy Budweiser,
yeah.
you're sticking it to Anheuser-Busch.
Look, support LGBTQ.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
also know your audience.
Yeah, that's kind
Because
of
I don't think
silly move.
they could have expected some blowback, sure, but $26 billion
I mean, it's two things. One,
and
it's
losing
it's
like that.
trans people
spot.
drink beer. There's nothing wrong with trans people drinking beer,
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with having a trans person, I guess, be a spokesperson for anything.
Yeah.
Right. Whether or not, because I mean, trans. There's not a lot of trans at all, right? Like in terms of numbers, in terms of the population, like it's a small
Oh
minority.
yeah.
So their interests are just as diverse as everybody else's. So,
Sure.
but I think what really was more crazy was the backlash to it, like the whole
backlash. You know what it is? It's not. Listen.
Like, do people feel betrayed because a multi-billion-dollar corporation wants to
No,
open up the market to a new sector?
I'll tell you what I think it is, and I'll tell you what bothers me. And it's not about this situation. It's any situation where, and then people have their fill, especially Americans being Americans. Americans, #1, don't like being told what to do.
Right.
That's the nature.
Right.
That's the nature of.
Just ask England.
Yeah. But then when you force something, when you force an issue, and I think that's what it comes off as. And I think that's what the hostility comes from, and the divide, maybe.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because
Where they're making it more. Well, I mean, like, because it's
they're marking it more. I think it's okay. I mean, I think if you would have shown a panel of people all from, you know, different walks of life, you would have been like, oh yeah, here's the typical, you know, commercial where it includes the white guy, the black guy, the Asian woman, and
or remember
this
the
person
beer
and this
commercials
person.
in the '90s? It was just a bunch of women in bikinis.
Yeah, different
and
times.
beer showers.
Different times. I forget what company it is, but there's this company that's trying to buy back all those posters.
Which posters?
The
The
posters
Bud
that they
Light
made but no,
promotional
I don't know
material?
if at this point it's Anheuser-Busch. It could be, but there's a campaign by this company buying back their posters from back in the day that depicted women modeling this beer or drinking this beer, you know, being in a bikini and the big hair.
Why?
and all
But
that.
why? Just
Buying
to
it
scrub
back
it off.
to then, right? What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing?
It's just
How do you feel so bad?
right, and that's the thing also of all this culture war shit. You know, like
It's
it's like trans people aren't monsters. You know, and then they're not gonna make you gay or make you trans. It's
No.
not. It's just that's what somebody's going through, and that's what they are, and whatever.
but
But the
you
focus,
also have to understand the hyper focus is
Hyper-focus.
also not good.
You
is
mean
also
hyper
not
focus
good.
on notice? Like, well, I mean, the thing is that if you are a historically repressed or minority class of people,
Then we should
Right.
erase history.
you should just fall in line.
Erase history.
You should fall in line. Right,
How
you
do
should-
you? How do you? I mean, what do you do then? You knock down the plantations where there used to be slaves, or you preserve that as a part of American history?
Yeah, no, history should
so
always
you
be remembered.
Always be preserved.
Right.
Always.
Always.
I'm not saying preserve the traditions and enact them today. I'm saying preserve history, learn from it.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't repeat itself.
Right.
In some
Right.
cases. I mean,
You know the Doritos Locos Tacos
yeah.
lasted longer than the Confederacy. It was on the market.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
No, and
Yeah,
so like back to the trans issue, like this whole thing like in Florida and DeSantis and you know, this fear, you know, the don't say gay, and you know a lot of that is just political theater. You know,
Yeah.
it's just you're just trying to rattle up
you're
people.
taking you're standing on a platform.
I
always
know
said-
somebody that her sister and her husband are moving away from Florida to Alabama
Yeah.
because quote Florida is too liberal,
Oh man, no.
and they live in Jacksonville. This
Damn,
right.
They don't even live in South Florida.
no,
Yeah.
they live in the real Florida.
It's two different Floridas.
Oh,
Two different Floridas. For those of you that don't know, and I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this knows that. Yeah, South Florida is almost its own it's a Puerto Rico. It's like a Puerto Rico.
Right.
It's like a territory of the United States.
Right, it's a territory, right?
Territory of the United States.
Miami being the capital.
Yeah, exactly.
Of Latin America.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. So I mean, like
Yeah,
you know, the
Miami,
whole like the
Miami.
issues with the M&Ms and the
Yeah.
this and the that, like it's
But
just,
do you see how many things?
there's always
how
something to be
many-
pissed
how many
off about,
things-
and there's money to be made, and people being pissed off. People are going to be
People
tuned
be-
in. They're going to
exactly.
sell newspapers.
Exactly.
Back
But
in the 40s.
I think I don't know. Do you think companies are going to take a hint and maybe say, okay, let's do a post, but let's not create a car
right.
over it.
So
You know
you're
what I
saying
mean?
not
go
well,
crazy.
then that's what the protest. That's what the protesters want. They want the companies to not.
No, yeah, they wanted to just not do it at all. That would be giving into the protesters,
Right.
And, you know, that would be shunning the people that were supporting to begin with.
Right.
But how about this? You could have just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You don't need.
Like Dave
I've
Chappelle
never
says,
had.
If you wouldn't have said anything, if you wouldn't have even shown support, or if you would have done a little Pride Month and the different
Right, you
thing,
change
a little post,
you change your icon,
or you would have done a single post.
change your logo. Right.
You got to know your audience,
Right.
or you got to be okay with losing whatever it is.
What it is, it's like I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've never bought a beer because of an ad.
No. Well, no, Dos Equis.
Oh, right, yeah.
Dos Equis. But
Modelo.
that was I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but
in
that
the
was
ad, you're
incredible.
in the
Right.
marketing and ads. You make websites.
Yeah.
How Genius was the most interesting man
No, it
in
was
the
a
world,
beautiful
dude.
campaign.
Oh my
Wonderful.
God.
Yeah.
I memorized almost. I can't remember one now, but
I don't always.
dude, there would be clips of the guy
Yeah, yeah,
seemingly
yeah.
from video. It would look like cinema,
Like, yeah,
circa
like dreamy, right?
1967. Peter
60s,
Sellers
70s,
filming in
right?
India.
Right.
But he's coming out of
Shangri-La.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
But he's
Right.
coming out of a capsule that dropped in from space.
Right.
He's getting helped out.
Right. He has
Dude,
exotic
the most
women next to him.
amazing
Right.
beard.
Right. Right. Right.
This Italian looking,
Yep.
but also American at the same time. Wow.
Very interesting, man.
But a Mexican beer.
Mexican beer. That's what it's like.
That's his accent.
Damn, that's the beer that guy drinks. So yeah, I'll give it to you there.
But
So,
that one.
advertising
that one.
works,
And then,
but I mean,
advertising
it's
works.
like-
and then the Bud.
what was the issue with Bud Light per se?
Okay,
what,
so-
what was the because I know, was it a tweet or
No, it
did they,
wasn't
or
a
did they
tweet.
make
They
beers with
sponsored-
with her face
Yeah.
on it? I see.
Yeah. But the thing is that person, from what I hear,
But I mean, it's like-
from what I hear, is unliked generally.
Oh, okay. So it's like an annoying celebrity.
So that didn't help either. I mean, they could have chosen better, I guess.
'Cause, I mean, there have been
in
shows
hindsight,
with trans actors and actresses, and
yeah.
and I don't really see it. I don't know why. Who started the thing being anti Bud Light? Like who
I think
focused?
people. I don't know. I don't know if it was any single
Like
person.
some sort of right wing group or
No, I don't know. I think it was no, but people, people get sick, man. People get sick of the
of the being
constant
forced
force fed.
forced diversity or forced tolerance.
Let me just look. All right, there was an
Let me be a
article.
piece of shit.
Look, just make the movie, okay? Put the gay scene in,
All right.
and don't announce it months in advance.
Yeah, have it be a
There's my
surprise.
Crystalia. Months in advance about how gay it is.
Well, like
Just
that.
let it be. Don't highlight it. Just let it be. I
thing
think
is
that's
that,
the
right.
best way for people to be like, oh, here it is. Yeah, but it's not like in your face. It's
Right.
psychology, bro.
Right. Like
I mean, for certain people.
I agree that there is kind of like a hyper, maybe fear of being transphobic or racist or homophobic or whatever. So now
There's
it's
also
like,
a fear of
now you
being
have to have
brainwashed. So
right.
people will sometimes see a trend.
So it's like an overcorrection.
Yes.
What's happening?
Yes, exactly. I think people will see a trend and say, I'm sick of this shit. They're trying to influence me.
Right.
And the right thing to do is to go against what they're trying to tell me.
I'm gonna
But
smash
not
all
because
the
of
Bud Light
not
in
because
public.
of hate, but just because of mistrust.
Right.
I think there's that
there is
element
that
as
as
well.
well. Right. There could definitely be that. And I think a lot of it is hate. I think ultimately.
I don't know.
Uh,
I think it's more hate being outlined and reported than there actually is. I think that
Well, $26 billion is.
it's what sells. Yeah. But that you can't tell me that all those people hate trans. I can't see that happen. I think some of those people
I think there
don't
was
buy
a
it.
core amount of.
I think
there
some
was
of those
a
people-
core influencer group
I don't know.
that got to the point where now it's just a meme.
Right.
So even if you don't care about the trans issue or whatever, you're just like, whatever. I'm not gonna buy Bud Light. Either
Yeah.
way, Bud Light's not even that good of a
Yeah.
beer anyway.
So their entire audience, or a quarter of their audience, of their consumers, really cared.
Right. Yeah.
$26 billion worth of people.
Right. Right. But a lot
I
of that
mean-
is again, like, do you think that if it wouldn't have gotten any attention,
Yeah.
would it have mattered?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's also like the wrong, like, people are also making
So
it a big deal.
what gets reported?
Right.
What makes money?
Yeah, I mean,
Love doesn't make money, okay? Only on clips on Instagram, okay?
Right.
When the
Give us
baby
lots of
bear
love,
gets
baby.
saved.
make sure to
From the
love this
river.
clip, all right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we make more clips.
It's all about clips. But yeah, I think that
There's just money to be made in dividing people too, man.
That's the thing is that
There's just
there's always a market. You could always make money.
doing
And
anything and horrible things,
right,
you know.
right. I mean,
But
Coca-Cola didn't. They were legally not allowed to do business. Well, no company was allowed to do business in Germany during
oh yeah,
their brief little experiment with fascism. And what did Coca-Cola do? They did the right thing. They did the American thing. They opened up a shell corporation in Germany, called it Fanta, and carried on making money in Germany.
No way, really?
Yeah, Fanta
So
is
Fanta
Nazi
was.
Coke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Fanta was like South American.
No, Fanta
That was
is
like
Nazi Coke.
afterthought. Mark Fanta, and then the
Right, yeah, right.
the beach.
Right.
Wow. Do you remember Fruitopia?
Mm-hmm.
I keep hitting this.
Like those plastic bottles, or like Mondo.
Yeah. Fruitopia was all lowercase. And I think the O had like a spiral. Oh yeah, I remember Mondo drink. Mondo. You had that
the
all
one
the
that
time
had the
at school.
like spaceship
Yeah.
bottle cap.
It was it was a spaceship bottle cap because of our imagination. But it wasn't. They didn't market it. Oh, you can play with it as a spaceship once you're done drinking it. That was us. It looked like the ships from Independence Day.
Yeah,
the little fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was this. Oh my god! I mean, it couldn't have been. I think I had a Mondo in the last few years, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
it was rancid.
Super fucking sugary water.
Oh my god, it was horrible. But
it's better than a Bud Light though. That's for sure.
At least to keep the mouth shut. All right.
Like
Mark
comedy.
All right, settle down. Wow, Nazi Coke, huh?
Nazi Coke, and there's a few other examples like that of.
Hey, speaking of which, what did we go over this? But that Coca-Cola has Coke.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Cocaine as an ingredient.
Where can I get this? Where can I get this Colombian Coca-Cola?
No. Coca-Cola United States has a license, and I think it's in New Jersey, to grow coca leaves. It's a special license. Only granted to
but
Coca-Cola.
It has like just.
But that active ingredient is made inactive.
Oh.
But you.
What do they
notice
do
how
with that
different?
inert?
How many colas imitating that dark brown, Coca-Cola have there been? Ritz, Pepsi. Pepsi's good in its own right.
All right.
In its own right, with a certain pairing,
right.
I actually don't mind a Pepsi in a can.
Sure, in a can.
Yeah. Coke, glass.
Right. No, I'll take a Coke anyway, but I prefer glass or bottle.
God. You like bottle? I like can. I like can over bottle.
Glass bottle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, plastic bottle's like the least.
For me, fountain, because it's the consistency. There's no consistency.
Oh right. And for some people, it's like their favorite.
I understand. They must have a place.
Like, yeah, McDonald's. Supposedly, it's the McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had some
mostly psychological.
Some dog water Coca-Cola McDonald's too, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hit or miss for me.
No, I agree. But how would you describe the flavor of Coca-Cola?
It's like I don't think I could. It's like there's a vanilla to it, but it's not as vanilla-y as vanilla Coke vanilla.
Right.
Vanilla Coke.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as outstanding, but it's also cinnamony, but it's also spicy.
Right, and it's citrusy too, like a little bit.
Why is it spicy? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's citrusy, and it's.
You get that?
There's a little bit. Yeah, there's a little citrusy there.
Yeah.
A little citrus. Citric acid.
Very difficult to describe, actually. You can even, if you say coffee and you're thinking Coke, yeah. I mean, maybe because of the caffeine and the color, but I see the similarity there too. Even in the. People use it as a marinade for like pork shoulders, ribs. You
can also clean
it. Gets in there.
Car battery terminal.
And a coffee dry rub.
Coffee. Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like a coffee dry rub, and a Coke. Bath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Call in if we should.
I've seen that. Yeah. Hit the hotline if you want to see that being eaten by us. I don't know where we would get it.
No, we'd have to make it. Put it in the old Chinese box.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
That's not that's a cooking instrument. That's not a sexual slang term.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Cajachina.
what's his name? Homeboy just announced that he's running for president.
Oh, Mayor Crypto.
No, not Mayor Crypto.
Mayor Crypto's running though.
Is he?
Well, I don't know if he's officially announced, but
No.
yeah.
Really?
Francis Suarez.
Nah, he's not running. He's not running.
Well, Jimenez says he doesn't have a chance in hell.
No, he wouldn't run against Ron DeSantis.
Or against DeSantis?
Nah, he wouldn't run against DeSantis.
Well, DeSantis just signed a law today that would restrict direct-to-consumer car sales.
How so? Restrict direct-to-consumer car
like a Tesla, the Tesla model, you can just buy Teslas directly.
Okay.
And circumvent
from a website, yeah.
Right. So it's the pro dealership lobby.
Huh.
Yeah. But you would think, since he's boys of Elon, in their technical Twitter adventure.
Right. Wow. And wow, that's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So he's helping out dealerships, but.
Oh wait, I'm just googling Ron DeSantis.
Oh, okay.
Ron DeSantis.
Yeah. You wanted to see his face real quick. Car dealership.
Hi, welcome to Florida.
Ron DeSantis car dealership.
Welcome to Governor's.
That's what it's called.
Welcome to Governor Ford.
Come and get your expedition.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill this week that keeps automakers using dealerships, with one notable exception for Elon Musk Tesla. Also, he fucked it up for everybody else except Tesla. So it's you always gotta protect your boys, dude. You guys look out for your boys.
That he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's even like defending Trump, which you would think. I mean, why is everybody still on the Trump train, dude? I just don't get it.
And I think it'll quickly become the DeSantis train. But hold on a second. Now that you mentioned Tesla, do you remember in 2020 how we would talk about what's that company that you had stocks in? That the electric car company? No, it was a hydrogen.
Oh my God! Yeah. What the fuck was that called?
I don't know. We were really into trading back then, and I would call you and be like, dude.
Yeah, it was hydrogen power.
They had broken ground on that $300 million factory.
Bro, everything I had invested in that became a loss, total loss.
Yeah.
Like I think I was able to. Fuck. It was a hydrogen.
God, yeah. And there was people online that would drive like an hour every weekend to see the progress of the factory. And then one time I think a porta potty went up.
Nikola. Yeah.
Oh my God, is it still?
Nikola company founder Trevor Milton is convicted of fraud.
There you go.
Of charges, he deceived investors with exaggerated claims about his company's progress in producing zero-emission 18-wheel trucks fueled by electricity or hydrogen.
Voting is still open. This is the Nikola website. Apparently, there's a poll. Voting is still open. Deadline July 5th, 2023. ET, your vote matters.
Shareholder votes or
your vote matters.
Oh yeah,
meeting of stockholder and voting information. That's you, dude.
Yeah, no, not anymore, baby. I sold.
Man, last day
what
to
is
vote.
the Nikola?
What are they voting?
What are they? What's the price? $1.40.
Oh my God!
Wow. Let me see historical.
How are they even around?
So 1 year ago, it was at. Okay, it was at $2. Wait, so this must have been a little.
No,
yeah, it was 2020.
Go to 2020. Yeah. Look at this. It says drive one now.
It was at $36 at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
That's crazy. You gonna get one?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a semi.
Cause their thing was commercial trucking.
Yeah, commercial trucking. I'm looking at it right here. Apparently, you can drive one now.
And
the most advanced zero emissions Class 8 semi truck is available now.
They had a demo, right? That it was down a hill.
Yeah. It was
and it was just fucking gravity.
It was going neutral. It was basically going neutral, and he's like, "Look, it moved a few feet."
Amazing.
The guy was such a fraud.
If he were to add AI to this thing now,
yeah.
woo,
Oh yeah, the lie would be much better.
That gets the tails wagging in Wall
Oh
Street.
yeah.
Dude.
So yeah, it's called the Nikola TRE BEV. 330-mile range, 90-minute charge time, 645 continuous horsepower.
How many emissions?
Zero tailpipe emissions.
There you go.
Well, yeah.
Bye, baby.
Yeah.
It's that time of. Are you voting?
Yeah, I'm voting right now.
Okay, let's vote for this up. Speaking of voting, remember to vote on liquidrooster.com/vote.
Yes.
For all the bullshit we've said in this episode.
All the voting that we've talked about.
Yeah. It's important. Your vote matters. But what really matters is you liking and subscribing and telling your friends about this podcast. Your new favorite podcast. It'll be your friend's favorite podcast too. We guarantee it.
Before we go, you ever? And I know the answer to this.
But, no, this is just a mid ad break.
Well, how many times have we gone on a website like for something that we cannot afford, the minimum version, and built the best version of it possible with a car or with a computer, a GoL machine.
Oh my God, those GoLs! Is that still around? GoL?
No, you can find an article on that, but no, they're not around. GoL.com. I remember how the website had a go-l.com.
Anybody remember GoL computers?
If you remember GoL computers, hit the hotline and let us know. No, I went to DuckDuckGo. GoL.
Oh, look at this. Look at the GoL right here.
And you remember GoL?
The Mach L 3.8.
Yeah.
2004 is the most controversial PC.
2004. So we were graduating high school.
Yeah, dude.
PC Master Race. So I was going to PC. Oh God, Windows Longhorn, dude.
And so then, is the experience for Starfield is going to be? I mean, it's always superior on PC because I mean, it's just your unfeathered power.
Okay, really. But here's the thing: it's going to look.
And the console version is probably like they're going to present it how they wanted it to look.
Very consistent.
And it's going to look beautiful and consistent.
Yeah, sure.
But if you care about the polygons, and all that, then PC is.
Yeah. Look,
but at the end of the day, games are experiences. They're not. You're not doing it there. You're not counting pixels on your.
If you have a 3080, a 3090, if you have or higher 4080, 4090, high-end GPU, there's no reason that you should get it on an Xbox or on any console.
Right.
You should get it on the PC.
At that point, if you could just get the controller that you like, right?
And that's what a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. A lot of people USB a controller into the computer, and any computer will accept it. But if not, if you don't have the $1,500 to drop for one of those video cards, and $1,500 will be like an entry. That's not true. You can get, if you go
MSRP, have they gone down now that
you go the Radeon route? You get $800, $900 for their.
Yeah, I think at 900. I think sub 1,000, you get their Poppy.
They're
top
of the line. Yeah, they're top of the line, and it's not bad. It's 20 gigs of GPU RAM. But yeah. Anyway, if you don't have that, if you have what you have is money for a $500 console, $400
20
console.
cores?
I don't know.
Wow, 20 VP. That's crazy.
20 gigs.
Well, 20 gig.
20 gigs.
Of VRAM.
Of VRAM.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about sliders. It's all about dedicating this much to the resolution, this much to the the smoke effects, which apparently take up a lot of resources.
Well, and also you have that DLSS and that like upscaling,
and monitors
AI
also
upscaling.
have built-in software like G-Sync and stuff that really take advantage of the GPU. So you can get a G-Sync, I think it's what it is, ready monitor, which a lot of Samsungs, will have that, or MSI will typically go the other way. Some will have both. Some will be optimized for both. Maybe able to unlock features.
Right. Some games they'll come with like AMD or NVIDIA kind of things, but you could use them interchangeably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of modders, there's some mods for Skyrim, the game that just will not die. Speaking of Starfield.
Yeah. I was going to say about Fallout. Remind me.
And well, now that they've added ChatGPT to the NPCs, did you see the NVIDIA thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But do you think that's? I mean, there might be some games where and that's cool, but the moment you open and you allow anybody to just start talking to NPCs, it's gonna get nasty really quick. You have a bunch of gamers.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on what you program that NPC to say.
Well, if it's supposed to respond to you, and
you
you're
can
gonna tell
hide.
it,
You can hide massive Easter eggs in a conversation tree like that.
no, I guess the idea is that it's not even a conversation tree. It would just be
pulled from
I guess
where?
like
The
the
internet?
generative language model,
Yeah.
where it's just predicting the next word,
Right.
like a chat GPT.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the demo where you can they said that later on in the game you can go back to that same guy and ask him about a prior conversation. Like, oh,
That's
where did you
super
say
cool,
that I
yeah,
can get the, which is cool. You know, it insinuates that you have to use a mic.
Right,
And
right.
all that. It's more involved, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
It should have some. I mean, it's pretty cool to have that as an option.
As an option, I
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely.
But that's going to be the future. Every game is going to be that way. I mean, that first
As
of
an
all,
option, yeah, I can see that.
you can't
but
limit, design.
besides, for accessibility, you can't.
You're going to be talking. Where do I kill the person? Where's the person I have to kill when you're on the bus?
You narrate books for a living, and you're gonna get home to unwind, and you're gonna fucking talk to a computer, dude. No, you'd rather press buttons.
Right.
You gotta have it for everybody.
Right.
That's cool because maybe they can give you an extra something. If
No,
you
there are
use
some
the
game
voice.
designs where it's. I could imagine like
sense.
if you're
Yeah.
like a detective and you're the detective and you ask
or
questions.
in an open world game where you have thousands of NPCs
Right.
and some NPCs you can have a deep conversation with and
Yeah,
maybe
it
at
simulates
some point.
more real life
Yeah.
in that way. But I think it's awesome, but I just don't think that it's going to be that every game is going to be that way. I mean, I don't even know why Nvidia would say that.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's just it's not their
And what's
choice
Nvidia's
to be-
role in that again? Because it's is they're a graphics.
Yeah, that's it. Their
Chip maker.
thing is to show what can be possible so developers can develop in that language or in that technology. And
Right.
they're exclusively offering that technology. So
Speaking of technology, developers and
Yeah.
announcements,
here we go.
Apple Vision Pro. What a crazy dumb product.
I would never, dude. Guys, this was just said by Apple's biggest fan,
Apple's very
in
own
South Florida.
Osiris Nunez.
Osiris M. Nunez.
Right. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a big fan of the ecosystem, baby.
But I'm glad you have some common sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
but
mean,
not as
it's
big
like-
as a fan as Brother Eric.
No, my
Brother Eric, you are the biggest fan. Of
right.
the ecosystem.
Speaking of fans,
Yeah.
no, but okay. So they have this feature which is both scary and wonderful, which is that you could relive your memories, right?
Okay.
So you're wearing the snorkel and you're going about your day.
Okay.
You're having you're singing happy birthday to somebody.
Right.
And then 5 years later, you could just bloop bloop. You could plop on the snorkel mask again, and you could relive the experience, and you're there
in 3D
and
or
it's
whatever.
all there.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Right.
That is pretty.
I know it's high quality 4K video. So
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
To
a
you,
movie,
it's
but it's
almost
like
real.
and it's all there. It's all
Yeah.
right. But what are the other people remembering? How are they remembering that memory? You know.
Right. You have some.
Dad was Papi was there, but he was just wearing a mask the whole time. He wasn't even there.
Toy on his head that he spent $3,500 on.
It never charged.
It never charged.
Right.
It only had a battery life of 45 minutes.
No.
I bet you they went with the USB-C cable though.
No, you have to. You have to just from a data bandwidth. But what a dumb product.
And all for the accessible price of
$3,500.
$3,500.
Which again, look, with Apple, here's the thing. When it's a first generation product, it's not necessarily the product. Apple is thinking generation 10, thinking 10 years down the line.
Nobody thinks like they do.
Right. But how many pictures have you seen of Tim Cook wearing the Apple Pro?
None.
None. How many pictures of Craig Federighi or any of the other top executives wearing?
No way.
So apparently, the rumor for a few months ago was that Tim Cook didn't like it. He wasn't, because the original idea was that it's supposed to be like glasses.
Yeah.
Not a fucking mohong.
Right. Not a helmet.
Not a helmet. And the way Apple shows it in their material is like they're showing like a girl cooking in her house with the goggles on. and then she sits down to watch TV with her goggles on, and she's
Uh-huh.
doing all these things
With her goggles
with
on.
her goggles
yeah.
on, and it's like that's what Apple wants us to do is be isolated with our goggles. Like, I don't know.
Right, right.
I think it's like they did it because they could, and it's the best implementation of the technology. It's definitely better than anything, you know. And there's no other better headset
Right.
in the world.
Right.
But
So Doctor Disrespect, a famous streamer, video game streamer, was streaming the event, the whole the Apple event
The
live,
WWDC.
and he was on the event, and then you know he kind of he's if anybody doesn't know who this guy is, he's very vocal about everything. About everything, he can be considered as harsh, but he's funny. He's entertaining.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's that
Right.
kind of. It's a character.
Right.
So Dr. Disrespect is watching the event, and he's like,
Like Alex Jones.
he's trying to say something about it, and the only thing that comes out is what are we looking at? What are we looking at, champs? I mean, what are we even looking at here? I don't even know what I'm looking at. At that point, all of a sudden it says stream unavailable, and he gets a screen that says that he violated Apple's.
Oh, that's right, because you
I
have
guess
to.
he had a pass.
You get a pass. Yeah.
Stream the event.
I get
or
those
whatever.
invitations too. 'Cause
Yeah.
The developer program, but
Right.
yeah, you have to connect on a Safari browser.
Right.
And that's how you access it.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah.
But
Disconnected live.
I
started laughing.
yeah.
But he had that background because a picture.
And
of him.
not only that, like people in the audience, they were groaning when they heard the price.
An AR headset. OC, the most expensive AR headset right now.
Right, the best though.
The best.
Right.
That has been.
It
That
hasn't
is
come out yet though.
cooked. No.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. I'm talking about one that has been out, that has games, that has a game library.
Oh, the
that has
Meta.
been proven.
The meta. What
How
is it called?
much is the Meta?
I think it's 500. Is it?
Followed by the Oculus, maybe 600.
Yeah. Now it's the Oculus 2, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna have the Oculus 3.
So what are we doing?
No, it's
Are you gonna live with this helmet on?
yeah, that's what they want you to do apparently because it's
We're not there yet. We're not there.
and
yet.
it's
We're not there yet, and it's too big. Yeah, I think if you want to live on people, you have to be small.
right, and I think right.
Can't
and,
get this gets in the way, dude. This is huge.
no, it's
I haven't seen MKBHD's review
Well,
or
his
his
first takes,
impressions
yeah.
on the Apple Vision Pro, but I'm anxious to see it.
Yeah, it's good. I saw it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, he says it's like magical. Like
Yeah, I bet.
like it's and you know the thing is that again, this is kind of like now is the time where developers can start developing for it,
Right.
and you could come up, you know, because there's 3 experiences that they tell you that you could have. You could have a space, so it's like so basically like an app, just in 3D.
Right.
No, that's called something else. Then you have a volume, which is like you have something that's like a 3D object you could pick around, you could walk around, and then they have a
Right.
space, which is that you could be transformed, like you're in another place, like
Right.
it changes your background, changes everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure there'll be some really cool apps that'll make it, you know, a more desirable product, and maybe there'll be you know, Vision Air, Apple Vision Air, and
Right,
Vision
right.
Pro, Vision Air, but
Yeah, I think it's extremely out of reach.
it's a category, you know, it's a new category
It's a
for
category. It's a category on its own. I think that's what they're trying to do too.
them. Right.
I think that's classic Apple trying to set themselves apart from other VR headsets. I'm looking
Right.
at the title of MKBHC's new video uploaded about an hour ago as of right now, and it's titled "Apple's Forbidden Words," and on the thumbnail it says "virtual reality." So they're trying
Right, because they want augmented reality. Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
This
I
used
think
to be
it's very
called
out of reach.
Reality OS.
I'm just gonna get version 3 of Neuralink.
just just
do that.
yeah, just cut the bullshit. Get me the tried and true.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I mean
they're doing human trials now.
good for them.
They tell you, hey, $10 million.
Oh, and what
And
happens?
you be in the trials 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. It installed and you in our facilities.
Do I get the cash up front?
No,
Or do I have to survive?
Upon completion, and then if you don't survive, your family gets half.
Nah, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I need your answer by the end of this podcast. So
Call in, ladies and gentlemen.
call in if you want to see OC be a. They're not going to pay him $10 million.
No, yeah, that's
No, but
the other
they
thing.
are compensated, probably handsomely. But
Maybe.
not, but yeah, no, but no. Nobody gets no $10 million.
No. I mean, no, I'm good with my analog brain, with my,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that,
I'm doing the nod, but like, let's see.
yeah.
Let's not jump into any conclusions.
No. I'm just saying right now,
Oh, right.
Beta at the beta stage,
You telling me you don't want to get a hole drilled in your head?
right? And a mesh, a lace,
It's got to have
wire
10
lace.
drills, right?
Right. It's like, yeah, there's multiple points of contact.
Right.
Yeah.
Nuts.
No.
I wonder if that's gonna be. It's probably gonna be the standard
Oh, like
at some point. Well,
enhancements?
remember what their
Human
target,
enhancements?
their initial target audience
is
are
the paralyzed,
people, right?
Yeah.
People that have deficiencies in their bodies, that mobility issues.
I think that's pretty cool.
due to accidents. Yeah,
If you could
Because it's
if you could
all-
unlock,
it's all about a severed connection, a severed electric connection
because
between.
that's all it is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Signals.
it's just a wire.
It's just the signal's not getting there.
That's crazy that
Right.
that it's. But then is that
Due
fixed
to
at the
physical
brain level?
injury. Well, some are.
Couldn't it be
Some
like
are.
you have
Speech.
a physical thing?
Speech, for example, would be fixed at the brain.
Right.
Some, remember, there's a lot of injuries that are injuries to the head or to the neck that injured that nerve. That nerve is no longer capable of sending. At some point, they can fix it where the electrical impulse will be different and it will stimulate some kind of motion.
Right.
A lot of times, the injury originates in the brain, even strokes.
But like a physical, like you break your back or something and you can't walk.
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't
there
that
has
just a broken
to be
wire in the back?
No. It's not.
Like, why is
usually
that
it's
such
not
a game
completely
over?
severed. Usually, it's not completely severed. It's just too damage beyond repair. Why? Because nerve cells. It's so different now, but and different because new research
Because
in
of the
stem
COVID vaccine.
cells and mRNA. Yeah, but nerve cells don't have the regenerative properties that other cells have. Also neurons. How they tell you, you kill your brain cells, you don't get them back. Your blood
Right.
cells come back after 90 days. The life cycle of a red blood cell is 90 days. You
But couldn't
lose a
you,
pint of blood today, in 3 months, you're going to have that pint completely back.
But if I open up a hole in your
Uh-huh.
head and
Right.
I open up a can of stem cells
Right.
and I throw those stem
yeah,
cells in
no.
there,
No.
Well,
The way I think it works is via infusion. See, I'm not too sure. I
But the
know,
point is that
I
you
know it's
could-
not as magical as sprinkling a powder of stem cells at the injury site and then they start growing new.
Right.
No, but
you gotta induce them to grow
yes,
into a
there's
certain
stem
type.
cells that work outside of the body that can create an organ, that can grow an organ. There's stem cells that work intravenously that can basically regenerate your joints.
Wow.
Inflammation that you've had throughout the years and due to conditions of getting old, wear
Right.
and tear,
Right.
wear and tear. And then apparently the stem cells can reverse the aging and the inflammation for a long while.
Right.
But they have to pump you full of stem cells. You have to go back and get it done again. It's not
It's all about money,
one and
baby.
done.
It's always money.
Yeah. If you got it, you can literally live longer.
Absolutely. Another way we could live longer, and speaking of money, is by supporting your favorite podcast on Patreon. Patreon.com/Liquid Rooster.
I love your focus today, man. I love it. Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed episode 6. Is it?
7.
It's episode 7. Call in.
Call in
with the
decide-
episode number.
Yeah, and stay tuned for the episode name.
That's right. Yeah, we have to do. Do we know the name yet? We don't know the name yet.
No, but if they call in and they give us some ideas for episode names, we're gonna have to come up with a hotline, even if it's fake.
Yeah, hotline.
A hotline.
Yeah, we could do that.
But again,
We have the
thank you.
technology.
Like, subscribe, and join us for the next one.
That's right. Thank you.